kind of raw right now. As you can see, I've been crying all day. And I thought, oh, I should probably make a video while I still had this thought in my head, but then I look a mess. But then maybe that's the best time to do it. I don't know. So forgive my appearance. Um, so just recently, I left the Jehovah's Witnesses a long time ago. I faded. Nothing really wonderful people, but I just faded for my own personal reasons. But really just started waking up just like a year ago, watching videos on YouTube and learning about all the horrendous things. But that's another video. And I'm sure you know all about that. But this is about triggers. I was triggered today. I have my own religious triggers, any high controlling, religious organization, I count me out. But this trigger was not a religious trigger. It was a family trigger. I wanted to talk about, first off, miracles. I believe in miracles. I didn't want to say it because a lot of the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses that I've met, either in real life or online, I want to be respectful of your journey, and I've been very careful. But you know what? I'm not going to be careful anymore. I'm going to be very respectful for everybody's journey, where you land, how you get there. I'm very respectful. We all have to make it. But you know what? I have a fucking journey too, so I'm not going to be careful about that. I'll be respectful. Anyway, my family had had a horrible tragedy. Not necessarily a tragedy. Very hard. I don't want anybody to ever gone through this, but my 2.5-year-old grandnephew was murdered by a fucking monster. And being a professional communicator, my family couldn't go up, when it was the sentencing, and the victims speak out. They couldn't do it. And so they volunteered me, That's what I do. That's my family. I'm there for them. This was the hardest thing that I ever had to do. I had to be in that courtroom and face the monster that brutally murdered my precious little 2.5-year-old grandnephew, with his dad, my nephew, in the courtroom too, because he couldn't say anything, what he was going through. And the mother that allowed her boyfriend to kill Colton. It was just horrible. And my sisters were there. Anyway, I got through it. I said it. A lot of brave people that loved Colton were there and got to say things. And this happened several years ago. Hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. So you know what? Anything else, career-wise, career changes, you get laid off, you get this, that, whatever. You know what? Divorce. I've been divorced. I've had a boyfriend die. Everything. I can handle it. Both my parents are gone. I can handle it. This was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But getting back to miracles, my nephew, not religious at all. About a week or so later, there was a foot imprint on the couch. Same couch that Colton would jump up and down on. He saw this little foot imprint. Don't tell me that's not a fucking miracle. Colton was there to tell his daddy that he's okay. That he's okay. And then for us to be okay too. That he's in a better place. You know, in Jehovah's Witnesses, they believe that when you're gone, you're gone. There's no anything. My sister, my beautiful sister, is 11 years older than me. She died last year. Don't get me wrong, she's very lovely. I love her. She was bitter. She had bitterness. She left Jehovah's Witnesses. She never got baptized because she knew they were all hypocrites. After high school, they acted one way at the Kingdom Hall, another way in school. She never wanted to have anything to do with Jehovah's Witnesses. Good for her. But anyway, my sister, very judgmental. Love her. She was very judgmental, very bitter about a lot of things. She went into hospice, and I was thinking, oh God, how is she doing? But you know what? I asked her point blank. It was just the two of us. I said, Carrie, how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you okay? She's very lucid, very, you know. And she says, Tina, I'm at peace. I'm okay with it. That blew me away. My sister. Those of you who know my sister Carrie. Her being at peace with dying. That just blew me away. A miracle. I mean, I could go on and on about miracles that I've witnessed. You know, and she died. We had some really great moments, and just being sisters together, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, but I want to believe. I know in my heart that she's up there with my mom and Colton, and they're taking care of Colton. They're taking care of each other. You know, and that's, I just know it. I know. And it's not something that's going to happen in the future. They're not going to be like resurrected, whatever. No, they're okay now. They're okay now. And then I'm going to see them again. That's what I don't want to be careful about. I want to say the things that I believe in. You know what? You don't have to believe in the things that I believe. But I just want to have the opportunity to say it. You know, just because I listen to everybody else's journey and the things that they say, you know, I respect it, and I will listen to you, whatever your beliefs are. But I'm not going to be careful. I'm not saying about things that, I mean, I'm not going to shove things down your throat. That's my Jehovah's Witness mom. She would be trying to convert everybody. But I'm not going to do that. I'll be there. I'll be there and I'll listen to you. And maybe this is my turn to get it out there. Maybe somebody would listen. I don't know. I don't know if I'll post this or not, but anyway, we all have triggers. We all have beliefs. We all have a journey. Let's just respect each other and listen to each other. Anyway, thanks.